Is this thing on? Hey, gang, and welcome to The Jace Perspective. I am your host, regular ass Jace. All right. Sidebar, please don't take anything I say seriously because I don't even take me seriously. All right. That's it. That's the disclaimer. All right. So I was absent last week. My apologies. I missed the fuck out of all of you. And I hope you missed me too. All right. Did you miss me? Varnell Hill. All right, so let's go ahead and get this episode cracking. And I have a question. Oh, by the way, happy Black History Month. Yes, my black people. Round of applause, you beautiful motherfuckers, you. Absolutely. Speaking of black people, why do black people, especially black women, think that Tyler Perry loves y'all when he hates the very ground that you walk on? Now, don't you know he hates y'all? Because he ain't y'all. But y'all don't hear me though. So I'm just going to repeat myself and say it louder for the people in the back. He hates y'all because he ain't y'all. You heard me. And you know exactly what the fuck I'm trying to say, okay? This trash nigga can only play Medea convincingly. Now, who is Medea? What is Medea? Medea is a woman, a fictional woman, but a woman nonetheless. Anytime this nigga plays a man outside of Joe from the Medea franchise, it's cringe. He can't carry being a man to save his life. I did say that, absolutely. And not only is this nigga cringe as fuck when he tries to portray men outside of Joe, Medea's brother, Tyler Perry has been a habitual line crosser for years when it comes to how he portrays black women, black men, and the black family, especially the black nuclear family. Okay. Now, I'm not talking, now people could say, oh, because me and my husband, we had this conversation. And he did point out he made a good point. He said that Tyler Perry has given black people roles and opportunities and chances to act that other people have not. Okay. White people, Hollywood. We get the picture, right? And it's true, but to what capacity? Okay. The trash that continuously tears down the black community, for me, does not constitute a real opportunity. Okay. So it's like he's saying, I'm going to give you an acting job, but it's going to be a character that's toxic, abusive, codependent, psychotic, drugged out, destructive, etc., etc. The list goes on and on. I can be here all damn night, and I don't have time to be here all night talking on goddamn Tyler Perry and his destructive ass ways, okay? And also, to another thing that's really sad, and I wish that more black women would stand up and say, I see it. I get it, okay? Tyler Perry clearly has how do I say it? A sadistic fascination with black women's pain. And I say that because right now he's currently facing some very much deserved backlash due to a latest episode of one of his shows. I don't watch Tyler Perry shit. I do not watch any of his shows. I've seen a couple of his films. I have. Okay. But I will not watch Tyler Perry shows. I know the names of some. Okay. The Oval Sisters. And one we're talking about in particular, a show by the name of Ruthless, which is, I ain't watching none of Tyler Perry's horrid shit. But Ruthless is, from my understanding, it's a show about a sex cult. And there's a particular clip that's floating around And it is a gang rape scene that was filmed quite graphically. So much so that we see dick and balls. I'm talking nude dick and balls. I'm talking about skin. I'm talking about men that is portraying these characters in a sex cult, and these motherfuckers are butt naked. Frontal. I mean, dick and balls. Okay. On primetime TV, we're not talking about HBO or Cinemax or any of the adult. We're talking primetime. BET. Okay. And this scene is so graphic that one of the characters, one of the men who's playing the characters is in the sex cult. He gains inches right before our eyes. We see this nigga go from little dick to this nigga's sausage. Okay, it's round. It's poking. You would think it was a porn. Okay, it's Tyler Perry. Okay, and while they are portraying this woman being gang raped, it was a line of niggas. And then you got this old lady, black woman, sitting there and like, harder, yes, smiling. And they did this cut where she is like this, and then she looks at the camera and she goes, come on, Tyler Perry, sir. Like, and while the woman that's being raped, she's crying hysterically. She's screaming at the top of her lungs. And this male actor catches a Woody. That's problematic. All Tyler Perry's doing, okay? I'm also going to point out, I think that's very odd. It's very disturbing. I didn't like it. From the clip that I saw, I'm not watching nothing of Tyler Perry. TP. Toilet paper. He is trash. And he belongs in the toilet flushed, okay? I'll point out 2 problematic films of his that I've watched, okay? Like I said, I've watched a few. I will not have my reasons for watching these. But anyway, first one is Acrimony, starring Taraji P. Henson. Now, for those of you who have seen Acrimony, yeah, I've watched it. And I've even had conversations about Acrimony with women in my circle. And I've always disagreed because of the way that Tyler Perry portrayed Taraji's character. Basically, it was this woman who she was married to the love of her life. He was struggling. He was trying to come up with some kind of product. And at one point, it wasn't happening for him. So her sisters, and so Taraji, let me back it up. Taraji is portraying this bitter woman who basically dumped her husband because she listened to her bitter ass sisters. They married and they bitter as hell, talking to their husbands all crazy and shit. But they even more bitter. And all of these again this is a black cast, Tyler Perry black cast, okay? And they convinced Taraji's character that her husband was trash and he was a bum ass nigga and she needed to get rid of him. He's a bum. Get him out of here, okay? You wasting too many years on a bum ass nigga. They even in the courtroom proceedings, and this man is begging, baby, please, baby, please, let's make this work. And she like, get it out of here, right? Okay. So my thing is, if I'm a man or anybody, and I'm trying to say like I want to make this work, and you telling me no, get out of here, okay, I'm gonna give you what you asked for. Be careful what you asked for, right? So fast forward to, he's begging and he's begging at the mediation, and she's like, and the sisters is like, girl, get his ass out of here. He's a bum, right? So finally his product hits pay dirt. Now he's rolling in the dirt. She comes to find out what's going on with him. She does a whole 360. This man has moved on with his life. Bitch, he begged you. Okay? And she gets mad, so she basically stalks the husband and her ex-husband and his new wife, and basically tries to kill him on a boat, and she ends up dying. But Tyler Perry, he made her look money hungry. He made her look like someone who refuses to take accountability for her actions. And psychotic and delusional is what Tyler Perry made her character look like. Let us now talk about, amongst other things, let's talk about Temptation. Temptation with Journey Smollett. Lance Gross was her husband. She was a small town girl. They moved to the city. She gets this job with a high end art, whatever. Vanessa Williams was like the owner. It was a not an art gallery. It was a mating, dating, mating. It was a dating company. So they basically just, a whole Temptation is hilarious. Okay. Tyler Perry's writing just is trash. TP for toilet paper. Flush his ass and his movies and shit right on down the toilet. Okay. But anyway, he makes Journey Smollett's character look naive. Like she can't make good decisions. And then she ends up with like one of the worst diseases ever. She crippled and she can't walk right. Like it's just Tyler Perry, the way that he makes black women look, and it ain't really too good for black men either. He makes black men look toxic as hell and evil. Okay. And the streets are starting to talk ever since this new clip has came out. And I'm gonna quote from Twitter because the streets is fed up. He is like Twitter. Tyler Perry is trending. Okay. And the black community is tired. Okay. So a Twitter user by the name of Mrs. Bunbridge says, "My record on Tyler Perry is clear. He's never missed an opportunity to center black women as antagonists or victims of violence. There's no in between. His portrayals of us aid in the desensitization of our pain and work to promote misogynoir. Fuck him forever and ever." Like people, I'm surprised it took this damn long. Okay. For people to take notice. And my thing to Tyler Perry is this: my dear, I suggest you get it together. And I suggest that you start doing right by the very community that is supporting you. If you keep shitting on the same community, and that's the Black American community, if you keep shitting on the same community that is supporting you, you're gonna fall flat. You're gonna fall flat on your face because let's be real, international and multicultural appeal, Tyler Perry, you have not. Your core audience, black women and black men. I don't know too many white people that are outside of hood environments and neighborhoods and have black family members and black affiliations know any of Tyler Perry shit. They may know Alex Cross, and that is not a Tyler Perry production. Okay. Alex Cross was a character made by, I believe, a white man. Okay. But Tyler Perry, baby, anyone that is lighter than a shade of a brown paper bag, they don't know who you are. So if you don't wake up and take action, and you keep pulling this bullshit, you won't have anything else to pull because that whole community is about to leave you on your ass. Okay. All right. Tyler Perry is trizash. All right. Tori Hart has stated that she is keeping the name Hart as her last name permanently, which is the name of her famous ex, Kevin Hart. Okay. Now, as she puts it, it is mine first of all. So basically, Tori said, fuck your couch to a Nico. Okay. I made this nigga. The name belongs to me. Okay. So plus, let's not mention that Kevin never provided an opportunity for Tori. We ain't even gonna talk about that. When you was married to Tori, nigga, you never provided an opportunity for her. But that's a whole nother pod for a whole nother time. Okay. So, I mean, what is she supposed to do? You ain't providing opportunities, nigga. She's supposed to let go of the name. And, she was a comedian. Tori Hart is a comedian. You wouldn't know this because she put her shit on the back burner for his ass. Anyway, I say she made him because when Kevin was just Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart. Okay, there was a difference. Well, so many years ago, he was just Kevin Hart from Philly. Now he's Kevin Hart. Ooh. Star extraordinaire. Okay, we talking about when he was just regular ass Kev from Philly. Okay, and Tori basically put her dreams and aspirations on the line so she could support Kevin. She also wrote a lot of his stuff. So she's the ghostwriter for a lot of his beginning stuff, a lot of his funnier times. That was Tori. That was Tori that wrote the stuff. She was the ghostwriter. Okay. So a lot of people, of course, are talking. Why is Tory keeping the last name? Why? They not married no more. He got a Nico. God forbid she get in another relationship or gets married. What they gonna do? You know, the new husband, he not gonna like that. And I know a lot of men that would say, the bitch, we're not keeping your husband's last name. And we're being married. Absolutely not. So, you know, it really, everybody's different. But I'm quite sure that Kevin and Tory had some kind of agreement and talk and et cetera, et cetera. There's a reason why Kevin has not put his foot down and said, Tory, you give me my name back, or however that was supposed to go. So now we all know about the infamous Cat Williams Club Shay Shay interview. And it was also announced that Tory would be joining Cat on his now sold out world tour. At first, Tory said that there was like a interview she did because people were asking, because, you know, Cat Williams set the internet on fire, bitch. Y'all go and look at the numbers on the Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's podcast. Go look at the numbers, and they're still climbing. Go look at the numbers of Cat Williams' interview. Matter of fact, Cat Williams' interview, not that Shannon Sharp didn't have a lot of followers already, but his YouTube subscriber number went up to here. Okay, he went into the millions like within hours. Okay, so that is a historic ass interview. Okay, but anyway, so Tory was shown as saying that there was no beef between the grouping. Everything was cool. She's known Cat for many years. He walks her dog, all of the stuff. There's no beef, blah, 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 right? Now there's a video of Tory. She has money in her hand, and she's basically like, you know, she's counting the money, and she's like, I'm working with the ops. I'm working with the ops. Well, then I guess I'm working with the ops. She throws the money up in the air, and she does this cackle, right? And that cackle to me says, nigga, I want all the smoke. So apparently, and of course we'll never know because it was a private conversation because it wasn't caught on video. But apparently, for Tory to come out and make that video, Kevin had to have said something to her, had to have fussed. It was like, I can't believe your ass is doing something with Cat. However the conversation went. And Tory was like, nigga, I want all the smoke. All right. Kevin, be careful. Because when your ghostwriter starts talking shit, you usually end up regretting that you opened your mouth. Boy, you better sit all the way down, okay? All right. Now, speaking of ops and Cat Williams, we bring in good old Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is feeling a little left out. He was not mentioned in the Cat Williams interview, and he is mad. He's big mad. Why do I say he's big mad? Because this nigga went on a whole rant on stage talking about Cat Williams and he wrong and why he do that, and he ethered a bunch of niggas and he ain't saying about no white boys. He ain't say nothing about the white boys. How you gonna take money out of somebody's mouth? Well, Dave, two things, my dear. Number one, Cat did not fuck up anybody's paper. The only thing that he said that got the most anybody might have lost is some credibility. That is it. Okay. Nobody lost jobs. You don't hear about nobody out on the street because Cat Williams said what the hell he said. But niggas did lose credibility. And rightfully so. Why not? Okay. And number two, Dave has stated that hurt people hurt people. He said, and Cat does it all the time. And I'm a hurt person. And I don't hurt nobody. Dave, really? Don't they stay trying to cancel you, sir? So what do you mean? The fuck do you mean you don't hurt people? People don't try to cancel you when you just minding your business. When you pluck somebody's nerves or hurt their feelings, people will try to cancel you, especially in your position. So what do you mean? Okay. And then Dave said that Cat didn't speak on the white boys. Sir, is Gary Owens and Joe Rogan not white? Those two men are some of the whitest white men I've seen. They kind of look like my microphone. White. Dave, get on my face. Okay. Bottom line is this. Any and everyone that has said, any and everyone has been talking about this interview. And people can say a lot of things, but what they can't say is that Cat was lying. So everybody can go ahead and get off Cat's penis, all right? Go get that tour money, Cat. All right? Yes. Joe Budden, one of the greatest podcasters of our current times, was put in the hot seat by none other than soul singer Ari Lennox. Now, Ari was shown on video saying that during her tour with fellow R&B artist Rod Wave, she felt terrified. And I will read to y'all what it says, because Miss Lady was terrified, okay? And what her said was, she said, Ari claims Rod's fans fed her nothing but dark energy from certain corners of the venue, and she was terrified. She also openly wonders why Rod's bass was so aggressive and defended her lashing out at times while on stage. It's pretty disheartening to hear. Ari clearly had a bad time on tour, and it sounds like she went through a lot. Okay, so let's talk about that right there. Okay. If you feel terrified, and Ari did say that she stated that this is one of the worst tours of her life. Okay. She even had a water bottle flung at her. I get it. If you're terrified, I know what I would do if I was terrified. Also, what she said too was that during her set, she tried to affirm his group. Now, I don't know if you guys, I don't know who's aware of affirming affirmations and who is not. Okay. And as much as I affirm my damn self, and I have pulled great things from affirming and manifestations and all that stuff, right? But guess what, Ari? Everybody don't give a damn about an affirmation. People, usually when they go to a concert, especially to see someone, you're just the headliner, baby. You're not the main act, okay? People do not come to see Ari Lennox and her affirmations and her love and lights and all of this stuff. Everybody's not into that. And like I said, I do it all the time. And I refuse. I'm not putting that on people who I am not sure if they're down with it, because you got to be in a certain place. Anyway, girl. So when people are paying money, like for example, say I paid money to see Beyonce, and Rihanna comes out and her ass starts doing affirmations. Boo, bitch, get off the stage. Go. Do that shit on your concert time. I don't want to see you get your little your little hot for the minute single. Get it on out of here. Okay. And I'm gonna need to see Beyonce. I don't want to see Rihanna and your affirmations or whatever the hell you doing. Get out. Do what you came to do and peace out. Okay. Give me who I came to see. So, everybody, some people just want to see who they paid the guap for. And I don't blame them. If I went to see Prince, I did go to see Prince, one of his final concerts before he died. And if he bought out Miguel at the end of the concert. It was like he did a whole bunch of stuff. One of the things, he bought out Miguel. And everybody was like, oh, yay, Miguel. Cool. Yeah, okay. Prince, next. So Ari, dear entitled Ari Lennox, you can't. And then too, if you're terrified, why didn't you contact your team and say, listen, I'm scared for my life. These motherfuckers is throwing water bottles. I got to go out on the stage with a football helmet on. I'm scared. Jesus, take it away. Make it go away. And I wouldn't be at the next show. But this young lady stuck it out. She stayed on the tour. You couldn't have been that scared. Okay? I don't want to hear it. You wasn't that damn scared. So anyway, Joe Budden spoke on his show, and as a former artist himself, he made some very valid points that apparently rubbed super sensitive Ari Lennox the wrong way. And he basically said that in this day and time, artists are very, very lucky and privileged, because all they got to do is easily press a button and get on their page, and boom, they got thousands and thousands of their fans right there. That was not it was not like this before Instagram and all the lives and TikTok and all of the stupid shit. It was not like that. Once upon a time, if you had a gripe, you were not able to just boom press a button and you got millions of listening ears that's ready to jump to your defense. Like, yeah. So he basically said, if you don't want to do the show, don't tell us. And as he stated correctly, if you don't feel comfortable, tell your team, get them get them, tell them to get you out of there. Okay. You're not the main act, Ari Lennox. Rod Wave was. Niggas don't want to see you and your affirmations. Okay. So they want you off the damn stage. Next time, appeal to your own fan base. Okay. And when you are headlining for a main artist, that is time for you to try at least to win over a fan base. Not sit there and do some weird shit that you don't know that they're down with. Okay. And if I was Rod Wave, I'd be mad as hell at Ari. Like, okay, bitch, if you scared, leave. Bye. I'm doing you a favor, damn it. Okay. And then, like, her leaving the Rod Wave tour was not gonna affect Rod and his money. So she could have just went on ahead and dipped. That is entitlement right there. But anyway, Ari basically told Joe Budden that she was going to sue him, even though by her own admission, because Joe read it, she did not hear. She said, I didn't hear what Joe said. I just feel like suing him because he said something about me. So anyway, he called entitled ass out and now she wants to sue him, right? So Joe Budden, now I'm also say this, when you are a public figure and you get on a public forum and you put out a statement or you do something, people can comment. You may not like it, but when you are posting and putting something out on a public forum, that's what you're going to get. Deal with it or stop fucking utilizing the public forums. Okay. So anyway, Joe Budden, love him to death. He's so funny. Joe Budden apologized in true Joe Budden fashion. He wished her love and light and then made sure to remind the world that she, quote, attempted to demean and defame a black man while summoning the powers universally of black women while simultaneously bigging up a white man who fetishizes all on Martin Luther King Day. And then he called her what the fuck she is. A mixed bag of nuts, aka a crazy psycho heifer. All right. Okay. Teyana Taylor has recently came out about her ex-husband and baby daddy, Iman Shumpert, stating that he has cut off the utilities at the house and the water since the breakup. Keep in mind, we're talking about Teyana Taylor, or as I like to call her, Teyana Moneybags Taylor. Girl, you ain't needing for no money in no capacity, any damn way. So she has, from my understanding, thrown this storyline of my children and their well-being, and oh my God, he cut off the lights and the water, and oh my God, we're left out in the cold. No, Teyana, it don't work that way, baby. First of all, whether Iman cut the lights off or not, whether he cut the water off or not, you and him are no longer together. You also have a huge net worth and you also are working. Them babies are fine. Iman is gone from the residence. And from my understanding, as someone who has been adulting for quite some time, and as y'all know, when you no longer live under a roof, usually people that still live there take over the bills, correct? Also, when you are moving from your old place to your new place, you need lights and water. You need it in your name. Therefore, you need to pull out of that account. Am I correct? Okay. Number 3, again, Teyana Moneybags Taylor, baby girl, them children are far from suffering. And once Iman and you saw that stuff went off, all you had to do was call, I'm quite sure, or drive up to the place. You easily could have got the stuff put back on. From what I'm looking at, You're saying to the public, me and my kids were left out in the cold. Oh, he's such a bad person. Oh, he's so horrible to me. She's painted this picture of him. Now, of course, we don't know what's going on with him personally. He could have been a total piece of shit. He could have been a total asshole. But y'all are not together anymore. You cannot expect this man, and it's not just any woman. When you and a man are no longer together, I'm sorry. When you and a man you're dealing with are no longer together, it is not that man's responsibility to handle the house he's no longer in, especially if you are able-bodied and have money yourself. Turn the fucking lights and the water on, girl. Stop trying to make this man look even worse than he probably already does. All right. So anyway, I mean, I know it ain't work out, Tiana girl, but stop trying to make this man look like a villain. Y'all not together, period. And you have more than enough money. Go turn on that lights and water. Okay. She acting like she's some chick that work at damn Target or something while he's over here living the life. Girl, get out of my face. Go turn that stuff on for them babies. They cold and they need a shower. Jamal Bryant has been at it again. Old lecherous ass money hungry Jamal Bryant has basically told his congregation that he wants that Cat Williams money. And of course, he tried to use Jesus to cover up his intentions. Jamal Bryant. Whew. Jamal uses the Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharpe to finesse more money out of the congregation. He took the reference of when Cat Williams spoke on the interview about just showing up to different cities and just handing out money to whoever. Okay. So Jamal heard this and was just like, oh, nigga, I want motherfuckers to just walk up to me and hand me that $100,000 in the name of Jesus. Okay. Like, yeah, he wants the big wads of cash, like 100,000 grand. Yep, because he said it. It was 100,000. It was 100,000 worth of cash wattage. And oh yes, he made sure to state that exact number. Okay, he said, "Bitch, I gotta guilt trip somebody, cause they can come over here and give me some of that kind of money, cause daddy needs it." All right, so I already know Jesus was looking at Jamal like, "Nigga, stop! Please don't put my name in this shit." All right, and these religious leaders are something else. Okay, you got Jamal trying to scapegoat the hell out of the people out of 100 G's. I'm tongue tied. It is 12:15 in the morning. So, excuse me, good people. All right. So not only do we have Jamal trying to scapegoat the people out of 100 grand, 100,000. Okay. That's some blasphemous ass shit. But just like old girl, Nigerian pastor, Mrs. Veronica, and I got this story from quite a few people. It's hilarious. Nigerian pastor, Mrs. Veronica, sleeps with her members to heal them. She claims God has anointed her pussy. Her pussy, according to her, has been touched by Father God to heal infertility in men. Matter of fact, listen to this, y'all. This is... Pastor Mrs. Veronica, who is the founder of Life of Faith and Prosperity Ministry, Esaba, Delta State, has made a wonderful statement and offers solution to men who have infertility problems. She said this during a church service that she was offering a sermon and said that any man that makes love to her will be healed of his fertility problem. She said that her mission on earth is to cure fertility problems in men, and once any of them sleeps with her and her body fluid touches his cucumber, such a man will be healed of his fertility problems. She went on ahead and gave her phone number so that any man with such a problem can contact her for a session. She took to her Facebook page to write this message. God gave me an anointed vagina. You only have to sleep with me and get healed of all your fertility problems. Men have gone through a lot in this generation, and God sent me to liberate them. You can choose to believe my anointing or leave it, but it remains true. Watch my video to hear the full message. Pastor Mrs. Veronica. Okay? Say you a nasty whore without actually saying you a nasty whore. Okay? This is the same type of bitch that would be on Christian Mingle with the profile name. Throw that ass in a prayer circle 69. And just like that, I'm out. I'm going to see y'all next time. Thank y'all for rocking with me. And it's been another great episode. I missed y'all from last week and I enjoyed you greatly. And y'all have a great night, okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this camera. Bye, y'all.